Hi, I'm Father Chris Alar, the Provincial Superior of the Marian Fathers and the former Father Joseph.
And I'm Father Mark Barron, the Director of the Association of Marian Helpers and the new Father Joseph.
You know, over the next 2 Saturdays, Father Mark and I, and thanks for being here, Father Mark, will be utilizing the Explaining the Faith series to discuss the topic of healing. So important today. So this Saturday, June 22nd, Father Mark will be talking about healing the family tree. And then the following Saturday, June 29th, I will be introducing a topic that I think not a lot of people know about, and it's called breaking soul ties.
And the unique thing about this is that both Father Chris and I will be presenting our respective topics in light of our own personal experience of being healed according to the subject matter that we will be speaking about.
You know, that's right. This is not necessarily something the church teaches you have to do. It's kind of like if you're struggling with depression, the church doesn't say you have to go to a psychiatrist or a psychologist, but it may help you. And that's what we're talking about. So Father Mark and I were recently discussing how the Lord has really powerfully worked in our lives to set us free from some of the things that had really kept us bound. You hear about binding prayer or unbinding prayer. I think we fit into that.
And they were both powerful experiences for both of us, just as we shared this experience. And so I will be speaking about the concept of healing the family tree because I received a big healing from the negative effects from the sins of my own ancestors that were passed down to me from my family tree.
And I will be speaking about something called soul ties, as I said, because I recently benefited from breaking a soul tie. And a lot of you have heard me talk about a relationship I had in the past. And I just thought, wow, because I'm not speaking to this person anymore, I haven't seen this person in years, that there's nothing wrong and everything is good. But I was quite wrong because there had still been an active soul tie there from a past relationship that God needed me to break. And so with his grace, that has been a freeing experience that we want to be able to show you that might help you in your life.
Yeah, and that topic of soul ties is really going to be a powerful thing to understand because we take it for granted that sometimes we can have these relationships where we can be negatively connected with somebody.
And Father Mark said it best, I think. He says, if you have ever had a relationship in the past that's not been good, especially if you've engaged in sinful tone or relationship words or actions, there needs to be a renouncing of that. See, most of us think we just go to confession, and that's good. That's where you got to start.
Right.
And the confession, then everything's finished after that. But actually, the door might still be open. The confession does provide healing, but in a lot of ways, we have to close that door from portals we may have opened. So if you have opened any portals of your past, such as drugs or pornography or promiscuity and sexual relations or dishonesty or lying or stealing or cheating, and you've been involved with another person, even if they're not in your life anymore, you need to renounce that. And so that's really, really important.
Yeah, ways in which we can be bound negatively to someone. And so we are looking forward to not only witnessing to you what the Lord has done in each of our lives, but also to providing you with an introduction to these two different aspects of healing.
Yeah, it's our desire that in hearing each of our stories a little bit, but a lot of teaching, it's not just going to be our stories. It's going to be helping you to know what to do and where to go for healing and prayer. We'll give you some suggestions of places to go. And when you hear about that and learning about healing and the family tree with Father Mark and the importance of breaking soul ties in my talk the following week, we hope that you may benefit from this knowledge in some way. I was telling Father Mark the other day that I sure wish somebody would have told me this 10 years ago because it would have prevented a lot of struggle, a lot of difficulty. But we want to help you be benefiting from that because, like I said, if somebody would have told me about renouncing and breaking of soul ties years ago, it would have been helpful.
Yeah, it is a mystery, God's timing in our life, because we both had this.
Father Mark says he thinks it's because I wasn't ready for it.
Well, same with me. It took me a while to receive my healing as well. But thanks be to God that the Lord worked in our life, and He has His time for everything. So, but we just are looking so forward to presenting this topic to you. So please join us these next 2 Saturdays at 11 a.m., either in person at the National Shrine of the Divine Mercy or through our live stream on our YouTube channel.
Yeah, again, please join us. As we said, this Saturday, June 22nd, Father Mark will be doing Healing the Family Tree, or as Father Ripperger and others call it, generational healing. And then the following Saturday, June 29th, again, I'll be talking about breaking of soul ties and how to renounce those portals that you may have opened in your life. So you never know. What you might learn that day can lead to freeing and a life-changing experience. So all of this gives praise to God, and sometimes He has us walk a hard path so that the light at the end will be well worth our perseverance.
Amen.
God bless you.
Peace.